the moment before soldiers die. Here we are facing off against the Red Valandians on a narrow stone bridge over a river on a custom map. This is the moment when soldiers are most tense. Their shields are being held close, their sword knuckles are tightening as they are waiting both sides for the order to advance. Cavalry moving around in the distance, waiting for the engagement to begin. And the yellows move first as we move onto the bridge. And we charge over into their ranks as we clash into the middle, boys. A crush begins, not much space to move. Left, right and thrusts are hardly going to work here. Only up attacks. As we smash through, it looks like the left side of the yellows have pushed over. And a lot of the reds have been caught out in a bit of a blob. Nice move there from myself. 54 versus 32. A short and sweet battle as we push them over the bridge and mop up the rest. Welcome back, my friends, to an awesome battle. This time we're fighting against the COMB combatants. And these are a community from the YouTuber Captain Frackers. And they haven't played this game nearly as much as we have over the last year and a half. And it is an absolute pleasure to have them here on the battlefield, allowing us to have these coordinated, more disciplined battles. And here they are now forming up against us in the cornfields, the wheat fields. It's not corn. Shield shiny as the order to charge is given. And both sides collide again, shield on shield, axe on sword. Spear thrusts into the sides of the organs of the unexpecting. As the weapons crash, into my own. Beautiful fighting, they've got the advantage at the moment of numbers. I see quite a lot of yellows nearby. Cavalry making drive-bys, getting those picks. But the main fight is down to the infantry. Both teams have crossbowmen that will be firing into the melee if they haven't been caught out. Ooh, get a couple of hits on me there. I'm low HP. The numbers are starting to go in our favour. I switch to a spear, but the cavalry ultimately gets me. Cody 27. As I get a bit of an overview here, you can see quite a few more yellows here in the corn, wheat fields. A couple of red cavalry, yellow cavalry flying around. A lot of yellow shields I see. And to finish off this round, their crossbowmen are on the side of the field firing in. I didn't see them till now. And we finished them off, moving on to the next and third round. Here we are moving out along the road and into the woods. This is a large map. Very, very well made. And then here we are, we're going to form up here in the woods. A nice line formation, getting ready to advance. The enemy may be in here somewhere, 64 versus 76. It's not about who wins or who loses though, my friends. It's about the battle that takes place. We're here to recreate medieval... And there they are. We're here to recreate medieval battles because that's what we want to play.
Thanks for that.
And here they are. They've moved in. I don't think they've seen the majority of our forces. And here we are. We're about to smash them on the side. And it notices now the shields are turned. As the melee begins. The tapper. The tapper of all the different shields. Weapons smashing shields. And those shields not quite breaking. Not yet, anyway. Oh, a bit more team damage to my friend Severin. As the chaotic melee begins here in the woods at the logging camp. And the melee is chaotic. No sign of a coherent line now. The soldiers fight to survive, tooth and nail. Metal-clad warriors. A couple of cavalrymen here. See that the battle is lost as the yellows mop up and finish off the dead and dying. Moving on to the next round, we cheer our cavalry. And in return, the king of the Bretonnian nation graces us with his words. And then we move out, forming up along the hedgerow, at the side of the wheat field. You must stick with your formations here. It's part of the rules. And here we are forming up ever so nicely in the wheat fields. We've got our two-handers on the left, crossbowmen there, enemy cavalry circling us from behind, getting ready to engage us when we are least or most exposed. Our cavalry watching our flank, and we move down the road along the hedgerow because the enemy have been spotted. The round shields, red round shields glistening, and they are formed up just there at the end of the wheat fields, but they're pulling back. So we decide to chase after them and get them whilst they're retreating. We're taking arrow fire from a tower on the left hand side. They're retreating across the bridge. Order for charges given. We go to give them a fight. A lot of red shields there. Now they've formed a nice heavy circle shield wall there. Brilliant. Some of our cavalry come in from the rear. Oh, not that good. A few get through. But ultimately there's a mess here on the yellow side as the red cavalry come in from behind. We've been pincered. And not to mention that tower on the left hand side where the archers are. They are firing down into the backs of our men. Of my men. Men fighting in the water on the right. Cavalry tangled up either side. And the yellows are getting pincered by arrow fire. And the heavy anvil. That is the red shield wall. And the hammer, that is the cavalry. Getting some nice kills here. We are bleeding out hard. I don't know if you can see some arrows, but there they are up there in the tower. There's about 8, 9, 10 of them. And that's enough. Look at that. See, all our backs here are exposed. Right? And they're just firing down there. They're probably getting a shot. Every other shot is probably hitting someone, getting flesh. So all they need to do is hold that shield wall as we slowly whittle away. 33 against 60 now. They are making it look easy, like they've been doing this for years. Well played to the Cone Clan, and there they go, the final push. It finishes off, pushes off the bridge and off of the plane of life. As the battle breaks out, as yellows fight for their lives, losing what ground we gained. Red cavalry still picking off others. They still double our number. And the arrows still rain from above. Brilliant round. Awesome. Like I say, these guys as a community, and a lot of them are quite new to the multiplayer. So it's an absolute pleasure to have such new players play so well and so disciplined against us. It's really nice. It's the kind of fighting we want. It's like a medieval roleplay. And that's what we're all about. And hell, enemy cavalry moving up on the right hand side as they are lined up all along the road. They're coming out of the road up onto the fields. And the order for charge is given. And here we are attacking the right hand flank, which is the crossbowmen. But I take an arrow, I think. I'm low HP, but I don't think I realise this. I'm still acting like I'm full. As the fighting spreads out along the road and back into the fields. Cavalry encircling everyone. And the main fight here of the infantry is happening. But have a look around in that distance there. There's fighting in both fields, on the road. It's fighting everywhere. The numbers are pretty damn even. I go down to Kanyos, well played. I've killed him before, but he's got his revenge. Nice overview here. Gwillem, fight alone, die alone. I remember telling him that. And the fight here is doing well. A nice couple of cavalry picks happening for us on this nice infantry formation. The numbers were a lot closer than the earlier rounds. Like I say, we've had 30, 40 of these similar kinds of battles. And these guys, this must be their second time fighting in a battle like this, so they are doing so well. It gives me absolute pleasure to play with like-minded players as we capture the B flag symbolically. But it's not really about the flags, we try to avoid them. Moving on to the next round. Formed out here along the roadside again, waiting for orders. The two-handed order of the lake, and the men are formed up nicely as we move out. Men in the tower again. There are archers in the tower once again, firing down at our formation. So our shields are holding to the right as we move along the road. And here we find the enemy on another bridge trying the same tactic. But this time we have a few shield bearers on the right hand side. And I order my men to push past to the front of the shield wall formation, because my infantry unit are going in first as we charge in. smashing into the red shields. Look how many of them are up. Cool, they have built a block there, haven't they? I'm kicking and overhead smashing into the sky. The noob Lucifer goes down. Everything's vibrating as the force of the players holding W. This guy above getting some nice jabs in. He's exposed to those bowmen up in the archers up in that tower. And look, we pushing on the left hand side. Nicely pushing on the left hand side, but their right hand side is now a little bit more exposed, but so's our left. And this guy behind me hits me once, kicks me, hits me again. Slowed that down. Sigismund. No, he's a good guy. And here you go. The battle is absolute, just broken out into chaos. Look at that. Beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. Bowman up in the tower trying to get some shots off, but they no longer are holding us on the bridge. Getting those arrows in our back. Cavalry still flying around, doing what they do best. The numbers are about even as we push them back down towards the river. Enemy cavalry coming in. Seems a little bit late from the enemy red cavalry. But maybe we had a spear. I think we had a spear wall at the back that was preventing them from getting over the river. And they all go down as there's no infantry to assist them. And here they are, the final archer bastion. We want to try and take them out, so we regroup. We push on up there together. We have double their number. This should be an easy fight, but they have it on lockdown. Shield wall formation as we move on up. Swords coming down onto our helmets, onto our shields, onto our helmets, onto our shields, but we break free. Beautiful end to it. It was a nice stand from the archers. It looked cool. Moving on now. Is this the final round? I think this is the final round as we go over this slight incline. And the enemy, can you see them in the distance? And the Order of the Lake, the Pilgrim Knights are the ones that are running ahead in front of us over to the left now. And we're going to form up down here in this small green pasture. Enemy cavalry is there, looking to make the early picks. And the men are moving forward, and this is Logvar in front of us, who has led the Bretonnian infantry today. We form up here, forming in the line. Charge. One final battle. I take a hit. Enemy cavalry are coming from behind, I must have been told. I should have recorded my voice this time, guys. You can probably know more about what's going on. Here the enemy cavalry are. With a nice hit, 63 damage, that's going to hurt. As the battle line is holding. Look at that battle line, that's nice, it's still holding. Normally it's broken by now, and it's just chaos, but that is still a battle line, and it's lovely to see. Really nice. Fighting continues, similar numbers. Cavalry coming in from the rear. Kanyos, I got you again. Oh, we're having a bit of a duel, me and you, Kanyos, this game. Well played. Cavalry comes right, nearly gets me, but my eyes are peeled. I've moved on out to the outskirts of the fight where I'm having a bit of a fight with a couple of guys. Oh, that guy was walking. Ooh, 27 versus 22. It's close, guys. What a great last round. And some archers are over there on the right hand side getting some arrows into our flanks. Luckily it goes into my shield and not my torso as I give the order to shields up and charge them. There's a sergeant defending them. He gets a hit on me. I'm near enough dead. Looks like we're going to win this game. But it doesn't matter, guys. It's a beautiful fight here on the wheat fields. I'll go down to smooth by the comb. Beautiful fight. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be so many more of these kinds of fights. Thank you to the comb community, to Captain Fracas. You guys brought a really good game here. And I know in time it's going to be a completely different story, I believe. So thank you very much. Glory to the Empire and glory to my clan, Bretonnia.